Apology for bad English. Where were you when Club Penguin died? I was at house eating Dorito when phone ring. Club Penguin is kill. No. I apologize for my incomplete understanding of the syntax and grammatical rules and spelling of words of the English language, as I speak a language that is, in fact, not English, which is most likely evidenced to you, the reader, who is most likely Homo sapiens sapiens, as am I, by the fact that the English I wrote this sentence to you was syntactically and grammatically incorrect and contained spelling errors, and probably assumed to be Russian, as the structure of my sentence corresponds to the stereotypical bad Russian attempt at English known to those of our species who speak Inglés. What was your immediate and precise location when Club Penguin, an internet game designed for children but frequently played by teenagers, young adults, and adults of all species for the purpose of taking images of the game in which the penguins these individuals of our species controlled were shown saying things that juxtapose the context of the game, such as using expletives and or, but not limited to, making sexist, homophobic, and or racist statements? Whether or not those penguins actually corresponded to the views of the individual producing the images or even those viewing them, sometimes with the text overlaid for the purpose of humor, also known as a meme, was discontinued. I, personally, was at my place of residence, assumedly a house built with materials such as, and in no particular order, brick, mortar, plaster, copper, iron, glass, wood, plastic, and concrete, consuming a processed corn-based savory snack with a dry, crispy texture and coated with a cheese-like flavoring as a fine powder known as the Dorito. When my telecommunications device, in this case either a landline telephone, a hardwired device connected to an external network, usually running underground, for the purpose of transferring my voice with minimal latency to places a distance from my home that would otherwise be too far for the recipient to hear, or a mobile telephone, which works in a similar principle to the home phone, however uses electromagnetic waves anywhere from 600 to 6,000 megahertz depending on one's country of residence and telecommunication service provider to transmit one's voice, produced a sound, as it was designed to do. To alert me to the fact that there was a person using their own telecommunications device in an effort to contact me. The individual whose voice was transmitted to me through the telecommunications device, the individual reading this text images, and aforementioned individual to be speaking to me through, most likely determined by the reader's age, as there has been a close to linear decline in households with landline telephones since approximately 2003, spoke, assumedly in the Sam language that I was speaking, and said to me, "Club Penguin is kill," which the reader is likely to assume was in my native language, as it also contains poor grammar, syntax, and spelling. This sentence informed me that the internet game known as Club Penguin had been discontinued. This shocked me, as I enjoyed viewing the memes individuals of my species produced using the game known as Club Penguin. This is evidenced by my inability to say more than a single word in response to the game's demise, unable to fully articulate the intensity of my feelings or thoughts regarding the shocking news that was just communicated to me through the telecommunication device I was holding. I said a single word that reflected these inner processes and captured the essence of my disbelief that something so important to me had ended. No.